From my experience of war and my life experience, me, Sean Hross of the Pharaoh Show and the Octagon series, wrote this down once, the difference between a warrior and a soldier. It's called warrior versus soldier. A warrior is able to take decisions himself. A soldier needs a general to take up orders. A warrior thinks autonomously and is spiritual. A soldier takes drugs and alcohol. It's from alcohol, it's from the Arab language which means illusion. A warrior has a code of honor. A soldier possesses neither conscience nor ethics. A warrior protects children because they're sacred. A soldier kills them, as in My Lai, Auschwitz, in all air raids on cities and bombs on children's rooms, in all genocides, mass murders and massacres on civilians. All that soldiers enjoy doing so. It's supposed to be good for the esprit de corps, or something of a kind. A warrior still remembers that the pharaohs precisely that way justified a police and an army through robber barons and gangsters who were they themselves as well. Equally as the two skyscrapers in America blown up by the pharaohs themselves in order to justify further war crimes. A soldier doesn't care about all that. He's a pure instrument within. A warrior cultivates sexual abstention and the sublimation of its energies, caused through every ejaculation, essentials as the liquid gold are being extracted through the spiral cord within to the head. The articulations feel non-greased and one becomes terrestrial without the higher force. A soldier rapes in war times and pays in peace times for it. A warrior eats and drinks only until 1500 hours, fasts and doesn't drink until 1700 hours, to consequently only drink water until 1800 hours, and finally fasts without drinking until the next morning when rising. A soldier eats and drinks as a pig, no matter when, what or how much. A warrior will continue to be so unto a highly progressed age. A soldier is worn out at the age of 35. A warrior is also strong and brave in a situation alone against many. A soldier only is strong and brave, between brackets, when many against few. A warrior follows his conscience and fights against injustice. A soldier is being led by the pharaohs, the demons, and always searches the stronger side and that of the oppressors. A warrior listens to the inner voice and the sixth sense. A soldier only listens to the voice of the pharaonic commander. A warrior is in no need to prove his masculinity all the time, like by oppressing others, for instance. Because he has full control over the knowledge, he shows his strengths while playing. A soldier feels lost when hierarchy is not defined, as in a pack of wild animals who need the alpha leader. Mother, do raise as many warriors as possible so the pharaohs can't snatch your children to make soldiers out of them. And father, do understand that the rulers trap coming soldiers likewise by presenting them manhood, strength and virility in advance, though it can only be completed by initiations of a manhood's ritual after the rules, laws and wisdom of the elders. For a warrior, fear forms a natural element which can be interpreted, because one can be warned for danger by it. A warrior's analysis says what's stronger, one that stands up out of the trenches, runs towards the enemy, gets a medal, posthumously, and celebrate the hero only because he cracked and couldn't deal with fear anymore. Is he stronger? Or is he stronger who remains in the trenches, deals with fear while noticing further on all warnings, lights of dangers, who looks fear straight in the eyes and withstands it? Which one is stronger? A soldier gets trained into fearlessness, because this way he better carries out the orders. Religious fanatics, political fanatics, of a furious cult or chauvinist fanatics, These are all the pharaonic rulers' means to either create cannon fodder or instruments of terror. But of course, a warrior must be able to control his fear and under circumstances to be able to shut it off. But then only when he wants it and not when the others and their doctrines do want so, or because fear just gets so overwhelming. But principally, he lives with fear as being a sixth sense ally. A warrior enjoys and needs loneliness for balance and thus to complement himself. The soldier doesn't manage alone, nor without the so-called esprit de corps. He needs the family that the army substitutes him. A warrior doesn't need to talk without saying nothing. He is. A soldier must scream, shout and give orders, otherwise he's not feeling confirmed. A warrior matches himself against infinity and the ancestors for measure. A soldier matches himself against hierarchy and the enemy. A warrior is a modest person and doesn't seek glamour. A soldier collects medals for his outrages. Future warriors are being called by the inner quest. Future soldiers are lured in by the army by beta, strength, manhood and fearlessness to be gained, thus presented in propaganda films as Hollywood, evidently cause they don't possess any of them. A warrior dresses himself as he pleases. Soldiers all look alike in their forced garderobe. A warrior is able to organize himself by direct communication, as in non facet pugnum digito uno. A soldier can only function in a given organization. A warrior rinses his nose several times a day in order to have a sharp mind. A soldier rather puts drugs up his nose and owes a blunted mind. A warrior knows that after the atomic war there will be one again with bow and arrow. A soldier believes that he'll never run out of weapons and ammunition. A warrior also uses elegant weapons because he knows that a bullet can be stopped. But the word crashes through the wall, flies over borders as a military jet and swims over oceans as a naval ship. For a soldier there only are destructive, all-killing weapons ranging from swords, rifles, grenades, tanks, naval vessels and atomic bombs, until all existence has died out. A warrior, when naked, still is a weapon. A soldier never can hang on sufficient armory. A warrior is aware that war means to die himself. All soldiers are convinced of victory and that only the others die. A warrior knows when one doesn't organize amongst each other, only the rulers will do so for you, without you and despite of you. A soldier doesn't contemplate an organization, he's just part of it without being conscious of it. As a warrior hungers for justice, he fasts every evening and night in solidarity with the poor and the starving ones. For a soldier there are canteens in peace times and pillaging in war times. A warrior utters in humor, "My name is Bond, vagabond." A soldier believes he's playing the leading part himself. After the principle of indoctrinations of the media's propaganda machinery. So mother, do raise as many warriors as possible, so the pharaohs won't snatch your children to make soldiers out of them.